Hi, this is Greg with Lionquestfitness. My motto always has been, be prepared for the unexpected. And one of the ways to be prepared is to carry legally a firearm. So, are concealed carry users paranoid? Are we crouching and cringing and living in fear? Well, I had somebody tell me that recently, so let's talk about it. Now, a lot here lately, I've been noticing on gun channels in the comment sections, there seems to be a lot of comments about, well, people who conceal carry are afraid and fearful and living in fear, and they're paranoid. And I'm starting to see this as a trend. Now, is this organic? Probably not, because of some of the anti-gun organizations that are funded by certain billionaires who do not want Americans to have a Second Amendment. But I actually replied to one of those trolls the other day, and it was an interesting conversation. Well, I replied back to this troll and said, and I was nice. I said, I believe that it's being prepared, not being paranoid, and it is my Second Amendment right. And his reply was, don't get me started on the Second Amendment. And then he started going into political stuff, which kind of told me which way his politics was leaning. And they started talking about January the 6th and that people who conceal carry were in terror and fearful of people rioting. And I was like, that doesn't have anything to do with being prepared. Now, a few years back, there was a survey that found that people who had concealed carry permits were more law-abiding than the average police officer was. And that tends to tell me that, people who conceal carry are not so much as paranoid, they're good citizens. Now, preparedness encompasses many, many things. A good example. In my vehicle, I have carried these jumper cables for well over 30 years. And I was laughing with my wife about it, that I've never had to use them for myself, only for it to help other people. However, about 2 or 3 months ago, I needed them for me. Does that mean I've been stupid for carrying jumper cables? No, because when I needed it, I had them. In my vehicle, I carry, toolbox, roadside repair, something for inflating tires. Laborious, but it does work. I carry other tools. I carry a medic bag, for trauma, things for car sickness, Now let's look at how I'm prepared in what I actually carry on my person. I always have a multi-tool. Man, this thing comes in handy every single day. I carry a small, for like small screws. This has different size screwdriver heads. Carry a flashlight, which also doubles as what's called a Aurora. And I do practice. That was one of the things this guy brought up. If you're scared, you need to practice martial arts. Well, I've been doing that for years. And there's a lot of reason to tell you that martial arts is not the only thing you need to protect yourself against a criminal. All right, but flashlight. Carry a small pocket knife. Man, this thing's a lifesaver at times. And when I say lifesaver, I'm talking about doing tasks, emergencies. I carry a bandana. Can be a makeshift tourniquet. Also good for getting sweat off your brow. Making a bandana to keep the sweat out of your eyes. I have grandchildren I spend a lot of time with. I'm all the time having the little ones clean their mouths off where they've been eating candy and stuff. All right. Once again, being prepared. Now, obviously, I do carry a firearm when it is legal for me to carry that firearm. Normally, it is a 5-shot J-frame revolver or some other small revolver. Sometimes I carry a semi-auto. And I always try to carry some extra ammunition. Now, I don't think that I need anyone who's an anti-gunner try to shame me into thinking that somehow I'm paranoid or that I'm fearful. I'm just an ordinary person who works, pays his taxes, raises a family, uh, and wants to protect myself and my family against the possibility of criminal attack. So, what think you? Are gun owners and those who carry concealed, are they paranoid and craven in fear? Let me know.